In this video, we're going to take a look at 24 things emotionally intelligent people do. If you want a happier and more successful life, this video is just what the doctor ordered. High emotional intelligence, or EQ, is a powerful factor in leading to success. This is true across different domains, including all types of business, leadership, politics, education, science, and even family and social life. General intelligence, or IQ, and some technical skills, are the minimum requirements that you need to get to a certain point. But beyond that, EQ trumps IQ, any day of the week. It's the coveted X factor that separates exceptional people from ordinary people. And the good news is that, it's never too late to start increasing your emotional intelligence. I think we should talk about that. But first, how would you like an ongoing supply of essential news, must-have resources, and 100% free reports for expats worldwide? Too easy. Just take a quick moment to subscribe. And click the bell icon. And I promise, you'll never miss out again. Number 1. Emotionally intelligent people know their purpose. It gives their life direction. It's all too easy to forget your dreams and goals, unless they're deeply rooted, and founded on, who you're truly determined to be in life. People who know their purpose are usually pretty strong-willed, and don't find satisfaction in anything that doesn't contribute to fulfilling their purpose in life. They're also way more likely to be very solid in their planning. And because they understand their purpose, they find it easier to stay focused. They don't just drift along life a leaf on a stream in life. Number 2. Emotionally intelligent people set clear goals. Goals are targets that are markers of who we are, and where we are going. To successfully live an intentional life, we need to consider our ultimate goal, or purpose, and the best way to achieve it. We need to take into consideration our spirituality, the type of life partner, or family, that we want, the kind of job, or business, the friends, the connections, and schedules, that perfectly align with what we want to achieve in our lifetime. Put simply, your goals must align with your values and dreams. Number 3. Emotionally intelligent people have a solid foundation, or reason, for what they want in life. How anything endures the inevitable storms of life, is determined by how strong its foundation is. If you don't have a binding reason for what you want to be, you can easily be derailed from your chosen path. Find a passion to live for, something you can't find peace without, if you were to let go. That could be the legacy you want to leave behind for your family. It might be changing the lives of poor children, or creating an environment full of love, care, and mercy in your life, to mention just a few. Number 4. Emotionally intelligent people have principles and boundaries. Principles and boundaries must become a part of who we are, in order for them to keep us focused and 100% clear on what we will and will not accept, integrity-wise. The goal here is to ensure that we're not lured into anything that is against our life purpose or goals. It's mainly about understanding what is good for you, and your plans, and staying on the path that leads to achieving your goals. Number 5. Emotionally intelligent people surround themselves with others who share their values and integrity. The last group of people or individuals you want to associate with, or give your time and attention to, if you are trying to live a life of purpose and intention, are people who live a shallow life, or those who drag you down, and make you think that your dreams are invalid. Instead, you need to hang out with people who will always remind, and encourage you, that what you started, is doable. People who will pick you up when you fall, and encourage you when you lose strength. People who will hold you accountable, and speak the truth in love, to you. Choose friends who'll be willing to support you through it all. Number 6. Emotionally intelligent people don't compete with others in order to feel secure in life. They understand that speed isn't what matters most in the race of life. They understand that a seemingly slow, but persistent speed, can get you to your goals fast enough, while a fast pace and shortcuts may take you right back to the starting point. So enjoy yourself, take your time, and run your own race. Number 7. Emotionally intelligent people accept a life of challenges and are persistent. The moment you understand and accept the fact that life will always have its highs and lows, the better prepared you'll be to face them. All you need to do is make it a point that you always bounce back, or rise above your storm. Choose to take advantage of the challenges you face. Keep your eyes open, and look for opportunities to learn and grow. Number 8. Emotionally intelligent people operate from a foundation of empathy and compassion. They don't view empathy and compassion as a weakness, rather, they treasure and admire them as exceptional character strengths. Number 9. Emotionally intelligent people ask deeper questions. One way to illustrate what I mean by this is that if an emotionally intelligent person asks you how you are, it's way more than just a polite conversation filler. They literally, truly and sincerely, are asking how you are. Number 10. Emotionally intelligent people have social awareness. They pick up on the emotions of others and are often keenly aware if someone is lying to them. Number 11. Emotionally intelligent people are genuine and authentic. They have no time for pretending, and are happy to go against the crowd, if it means being true to themselves. Number 12. Emotionally intelligent people operate from a positive mindset. They are outcome-focused, and possess an incredible ability to discover answers, and see solutions, where others see only hopeless situations. Number 13. Emotionally intelligent people protect themselves from negativity. They don't associate with negative or cynical people, and will have no problems in walking away from people with angry or abusive behavior. Number 14. Emotionally intelligent people have a powerful ability to predict how emotions will impact future behaviors. When you stop to think about it, much of your daily life is trying to predict what will happen in the future. You plan to make one decision over another, you anticipate a response from your partner, or you listen to your gut, and as a result, you avoid getting burned on a financial deal or a bad relationship. Low EQ people fail to account for the impact that emotions will have in the future, which results in bad decision-making. It's a systematic bias that psychologists call the effective forecasting error. High EQ people, on the other hand, are better at planning and predicting, because they understand in advance that a specific emotion will color the decision or behavior. Because it always does. Number 15. Emotionally intelligent people don't view apologizing as a sign of weakness. Emotionally intelligent people understand that a sincere apology is actually a sign of great strength and courage. It demonstrates wisdom and humility, two qualities that will naturally draw others to you. And this next point is very important. Number 16. Emotional intelligence helps you realize that apologizing doesn't always mean you're wrong. But it does mean valuing your relationship more than your ego. Number 17. Emotionally intelligent people keep their commitments. There is a verse in the Torah that talks about, "He who swears to his own hurt, and does not change." Psalm chapter 15 verse 4, in modern speech it means, someone who keeps his, or her promises, even if it hurts them. Sadly, it's all too common nowadays for people to break an agreement, a promise, or a commitment whenever they feel like it. But when you make a habit of keeping your word in things big and small, you develop a strong reputation for reliability and trustworthiness. I often tell people about my business coach that I'd trust his handshake more than a 60,000-word contract. Stop and ask yourself, how many people do you know that you can say something like that about? Number 18. Emotionally intelligent people help others. One of the greatest ways to positively impact the emotions of others is to reach out and help them. Most people don't give a stuff about where you graduated from, or the kind of car you drive. But when you're willing to take time out of your busy schedule, to listen or help out, or get down in the trenches, and work alongside them, these are the things that build trust and inspire others to follow and respect you. Number 19. Emotionally intelligent people know they have a choice to react or respond. Most emotions are experienced instinctively, meaning you can't control how you feel in any given moment. But emotionally intelligent people recognize that they can control how they react to those feelings, by deliberately choosing their thoughts and reactions. And when they do this, unlike so many others, they avoid becoming a slave to their emotions. Number 20. Emotionally intelligent people have a vision for the future. They understand that vision adds value to everything. They aren't content to just spin their wheels in life. They actively work toward achieving specific goals. They don't just sit back and do nothing. And they don't think anyone owes them a living. They're diligent and hardworking in the pursuit of their goals. Number 21. Emotionally intelligent people don't allow bitterness to make its home in their heart. We've all encountered people who are in their 30s, 50s, and even 60s, who are going through life, absolutely hating their parents, for getting divorced, decades ago. Or they had a friend betray them when they were teenagers and they've carried bitterness and hatred with them for as long as they can remember. And that bitterness has become an emotional prison that they've built around themselves brick by brick. Until their entire outlook on life is cynical and bitter. Emotionally intelligent people realize that bitterness is a self-inflicted poison. And so, they make a decision divorced from emotions and they choose to forgive, and let it go. Number 22. Emotionally intelligent people are incredibly patient, long-suffering, but they also know when to let go. They understand the futility of trying to reason with someone who is never going to change. And they are willing to walk away from others, who don't appreciate, respect, or love them. Number 23. Emotionally intelligent people are incredibly resilient. Because they understand the value of vision, patience, and the power of words and thoughts. They're the kind of people who can endure hardship, and never lose sight of the bigger picture. Number 24. Many emotionally intelligent people believe their life has a purpose. Please allow me to explain this last point by sharing one of my favorite stories in the Tanakh. It's the of Joseph. Joseph was born in the Mesopotamian town of Haran, to his parents Jacob and Rachel. At the age of 6, he left Haran along with his family and journeyed to the land of Canaan, eventually settling in Hebron. His father, Jacob, displayed extra affection to Joseph, who was born in his father's old age, presenting him with a specially crafted garment, a coat of many colors. This prompted feelings of anger, jealousy, within his brothers, especially the sons of Jacob's other wife, Leah. These ill feelings got worse and worse, particularly when Joseph repeated 2 of his dreams to them, in which he was portrayed as ruling over his brothers. In the first, the brothers were gathering wheat in the field, and the brothers' bundles bowed to Joseph's bundle. In the second, Joseph envisioned the sun, the moon, and 11 stars symbolizing his parents and brothers bowing to him. One day, Jacob instructed Joseph to visit his brothers in Shechem, where they were tending their sheep. Little did he know that this would be the last time he would see his dear son. Until their reunion, a long 22 years later. Seizing their chance, the brothers threw the unsuspecting Joseph into a pit. A short while later they spotted an Arab caravan passing the scene. And the brothers sold Joseph as a slave, to the traders. He was eventually brought to Egypt, where he was sold to Potiphar, one of King Pharaoh's ministers. For a while, things started to look up for young Joseph. Divine success enabled him to find favor in his master's eyes, and he was appointed head of Potiphar's estate. However, this would not last for long. Attracted by his handsome looks, Potiphar's wife desired to be intimate with him. To her consternation, Joseph continuously refused. One day, when no one was home other than the 2 of them, the mistress grasped Joseph's garment, demanding that he consent. Thinking quickly, Joseph slid out of his cloak and ran outside. But Potiphar's wife turned the tables on Joseph, telling her husband that it was Joseph who had tried to entice her. The angry master reacted by placing his trustworthy assistant in prison. However, Joseph's charisma followed him to prison as well, and the warden soon appointed him as his right-hand man. In time, his unique qualities expressed themselves in an additional area, when the pharaoh's royal cupbearer and baker were imprisoned. Joseph successfully interpreted their dreams, correctly predicting that the cupbearer would be released, and the baker hanged. Then, 2 years later, Pharaoh himself envisioned 2 dreams, which none of his advisors were able to explain. Remembering the Hebrew youth from his prison days, the cupbearer suggested that Joseph be summoned. Joseph, then 30, interpreted Pharaoh's dreams as being a divine prediction for 7 years of plenty, followed by 7 years of famine, and advised Pharaoh to prepare by storing grain during the first 7 years. Impressed by Joseph's wisdom, Pharaoh appointed him as his viceroy, second only to the Pharaoh himself, and tasked him with readying the nation for the 7 years of famine. Eventually, the effects of the famine were felt in nearby Canaan. Hearing that there was grain in Egypt, Joseph's brothers journeyed there to buy precious food from the viceroy, not realizing that he was their very own brother. Joseph decided to utilize this opportunity to observe whether his brothers truly regretted having sold him. Using a succession of dramatic maneuvers, Joseph tested his brothers' determination to save their youngest brother, Benjamin, Joseph's only maternal brother, from the plot he set up for him. Once he saw their devotion toward Benjamin, Joseph finally revealed his identity to his astonished siblings. Following this heartfelt reunion, Jacob and his family settled in the land of Goshen, in Egypt. This series of events served as the backdrop for Israel's ultimate enslavement in Egypt, and the subsequent Exodus. After appointing Joseph as viceroy, Pharaoh gave him Asenath, daughter of Potiphera, priest of On as his wife. Midrashic sources identify Potiphera as none other than Potiphar, Joseph's previous master. Joseph and Asenath had 2 sons, Manasseh and Ephraim, both born during the 7 years of plenty. Before Jacob's death, he gave Joseph a gift. His children would be the only ones from among Jacob's grandsons to be treated as independent tribes. Indeed, throughout the Jews' journey in the desert, the tribes of Manasseh and Ephraim received equal status to the other tribes, and they inherited individual portions of the land of Israel. Joseph ruled Egypt for many years, until his death at a ripe old age. Before his passing, he made his brothers promise to take his coffin along with them when they would eventually leave Egypt for the Promised Land. After his death, he was embalmed and laid to rest in Egypt. And indeed, when the Jews left Egypt many years later, Moses made sure to locate Joseph's tomb, and carry his remains to the land of Israel. Joseph was subsequently buried in Shechem, known today as Nablus, and his resting place is visited even today, many thousands of years later. Here's the amazing thing. Most people in Joseph's position would have harbored incredible bitterness, hatred, and anger toward his brothers. Instead, Joseph saw the big picture. He saw the purpose behind the broken road. Joseph had emotional intelligence in droves. It helped him to endure and survive, and ultimately, to forgive and save his entire family. I want to end by encouraging every single person watching or listening to this video. You really can develop much stronger emotional intelligence. And when you do, you'll discover an ability to face life, and literally anything that it throws at you, with more resilience, confidence, hope, and perspective than you ever thought possible. Thanks for watching. Make it a truly awesome day.